again, everybody. Welcome back from Thanksgiving break. Hopefully you had as good a time as I did. Got to do a little bit of sleeping in and rest and recovery. Had 3 meals with family, ate a lot and slept a lot, and we actually did some soap making with a friend of ours. And then last night we went to see the Mockingjay movie, which was really awesome. This video is going to cover a few things. We're going to talk a little bit about grading, talk about some new resources and apps that we have. Then I'm going to talk about some advocacy that's going on, some things I'd like you guys to know about as parents and students. And then finally, the upcoming concert is going to be a topic. I'll try to make it quick. So first of all, our gradebook right now, our final grade comes out at the end of January, so it's kind of a journey. Some of the students' grades aren't that great right now because they haven't reported certain things back to me and given me that information that I can put in the gradebook. I update the gradebook regularly, probably about once or twice a week, whenever I'm available to do that. But I can tell you this, I will not let anybody fail. We have got a few safety nets that are going to be available for students, and I'll definitely be on students more as the time goes on here, and we'll be getting on that a little bit harder. My philosophy comes a lot from the work of Rick Wormeli. He's the master of differentiated instruction and instruction based on formative assessments and summative assessments, basically using standards instead of old grading practices, traditional grading practices. So we have 2 categories in the gradebook. Formative assessments are 20% of the grade. Summative assessments are 80% of the grade. In that 20% category, we put most of what we do. Those are the developmental stages of playing. The player profiles that we've done, those give me feedback about how students are playing, who should be put into which group, who should I help with which skills. Journaling, we have a thing called the Band Progress Journal that takes care of some of that self-reflection and reporting how much you're practicing at home, and basically just keeping track of what you're working on in practice as a student. Most students should use the basic guideline that if you want to get a C in band, you should practice about 10 minutes a night. If you want to get a B in band, about 20 minutes a night. And to get an A, you have to go above and beyond what most people do and do about 30 or more minutes per day of practicing. That's pretty normal. In most band directors would say that's pretty much what's expected. The Band-Aid project is our ongoing year-long project that's designed to give each student help and assistance in what they're working on, and that consists of a choice of 3 different projects. Smart music is one, mentorship is the other, and private lessons is the third option. Those choices were made early on in the first few weeks of school, and we're definitely underway. If you have yet to begin that, I would contact me right away. That's something that needs to be going on. That's a big part of that 20% category. So, and then any pre-tests and post-tests that we have that are developmental are all part of that formative assessment category. The big category, though, the 80% category, is our summative assessments. Those are the things that are kind of the final grades. We just did our first performance assessment. We'll have a few of those this year, probably 5 or 6 of them. Good opportunities to show a final assessment of how you play. The rubric for how you're graded on that is available in Schoology, and students each get descriptive feedback on that rubric as well as what I write back to them in the comments section. We did really well on that. Out of 25 points, most people got somewhere between 20 and 25 points, which is exactly what we're looking for. Another thing that goes into that category would be final tests, and then of course concerts. So a big huge emphasis on the performance assessments and the concerts for that summative assessment category, because we've been doing some work on a campaign called Music Makes Us Whole, and it's a really cool thing to be working on, because a lot of the brain research out there shows that more parts of the brain are active and are developing when you're playing music than almost any other activity that we can do. We're utilizing our emotions, our body. Music is a language that we read. It's a group project, it's collaboration, it's instantaneous, and it accesses short-term and long-term memory, and it keeps us alert. You have to be on your toes to do it. So it's a really active thing for our brain to perform music. And on top of that, it's a lifelong activity. Finally, we've got a concert coming up in a couple of weeks only, really quickly. It's December 16th. We play at either 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, or 8 o'clock. So first hour and sixth hour at 6 o'clock. Second and fourth hours are at 7 o'clock. And at 8 o'clock, we have fifth hour band. So you have to check with your students on which that is. There is a video available about all the ins and outs of the concert. It's going to be here at the middle school in the multi-purpose room. Students need to arrive 45 minutes early. And please invite as many people as possible. Hopefully those people you touched base with over Thanksgiving, you can shoot them a little email and invite them. Our goals this year, one of our goals is to be unified. And so at our concerts, what we like to do is look as good as we can on stage, perform as good as we can, sound as good as we can. And one of the things that helps that is if we all dress the same. So we've chosen to dress in all black with no color accents. We're going to go for as formal of clothing as possible. So do the best you can. Let me know if you're having trouble with that, or if you'd like to donate some money for scholarships if students can't afford some of those clothes. I would encourage you to buy maybe a size up, because you'll need these same performance clothes for at least a couple years. Most of the high school groups use all black as well. And it just never hurts to have some formal black attire for all sorts of events in life. Since this concert is coming up in a couple of weeks, we're shifting gears and practicing in our practice schedule at home. Parents, I would encourage you to really get on track with your students practicing. We need to be practicing every day for the 2 weeks before a concert. That's kind of a good rule of thumb I like to go with students. But try to start practicing every night and getting ready for that concert. It's going to feel so good to put that product out there on stage and to get applause, and then to join your family at Dairy Queen afterwards. We're trying to hook up another one thing we usually do, which is a Dairy Queen fundraiser afterwards. I have to make those phone calls, but usually they give 10% towards the band program just for going to eat ice cream. Even though it's probably going to be super cold that day, we'll still go grab a treat and see you there afterwards. So again, welcome back from Thanksgiving. We need to hit the ground running towards this concert. 2 weeks, that's 6 rehearsals, including today's. So hopefully we can get there, and then it'll be winter break and you can relax and start to get ready for that all-district band festival in March after that. So have a great day. Enjoy the cold. Bye.
My baby don't mess around because she loves me so, at least I know for sure. But does she really wanna, but can't stand to see me walk out the door? I can't stand to fight the feeling, cause the thought alone is killing me right now. Thank God for Mom and Dad for sticking two together, cause we don't know how. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. You think you got it, oh, you think you got it, but got it, just don't get it till there's nothing at all. We get together, oh, we get together, but separate's always better when there's feelings involved. If what they say that nothing is forever, what makes love the exceptions? Why are we so in denial when we